Hello everybody, we're gonna start our next lesson that it's about the difference between lines. How we are creating the vocabulary of the lines. We talk about the gesture drawing and it's a very free hand drawing you're gonna use of the lines to create a form. We have two other words and actually three. Two of them is here that I'm gonna talk about this. What is the difference between outline drawing and contour drawing? Outline drawing is you're just creating whatever that you see in the perimeter. No just details or something that's coming inside of the drawing shape. But contour drawing, we can come inside of this and create more lines and more details. This is from your presentation that you have, then you can see the difference between outline and contour line with more details of the lines that give us the more 3D and shapes than the just outlines. So then the other things we want to learn from the first, that we're going to talk about the lines is implied lines. We talk about implied lines, we see that the lines that we have a space with them, and this space then make them marks or dots or something else. They are not actual lines, but this is your eyes that connect to them to each other, and you're creating a line. Then we call it implied line. Then when we want to compare actual lines, no space between them, but implied line you see some space between them. We're gonna create one drawing that's showing all of them. We have a lot of the example from the outline and contour line and implied line drawing here. Please look at them when you want to make your drawing. So choose one object. I have a garlic here. You can use up the bell pepper or I don't know, tomato, whatever that you want to as your reference for this drawing. I'm gonna start with the gesture drawing. Then for the gesture drawing, I'm just gonna be very fast on the creating the shapes and adding some kind of the volumes to it. Then this is gonna be very fast drawing. I'm still using of the vine. Remember, don't use of this like it's a pencil. Use with the more free hands. The second that we are doing is we are making a drawing just from the outlines. Then I'm gonna look at this and make a outline drawing of that one. I'm not gonna add more details to it. That's it. In this part I want to show I can see a little of these roots, and this is gonna be maybe having some part of the roots here too. The other one is a contour drawing. Then for the contour drawing, when we are looking after our objects, it's okay, the same. You can create it like the one that you had from the outlines. Okay, then we can make the lines here, more details that I can see here. And you see, as much as we're getting closer to the center, we have more space between lines, and this is the part that we can make it here. Then when I'm looking of this, I can add some even reflection that I see here, then more details with the contour drawing. For the implied ones, this is about the aesthetic of our line drawing. Aesthetic is a branch of philosophy that's talking how you can make your drawing beautiful. Then it's gonna have a lot of the you know, addition that to our drawing that can make it more interesting. Like instead of using of the actual lines when I want to make this drawing, and again I'm gonna make it a little larger here, then you see that this part that it's okay. But instead of I have more light here, I can see it better, then I make it a little more darker, thicker, and in this part that it's getting less light, I make it lighter. Okay, then in this part again I have a line here inside of this that it's dark, and just gradually I make it fade out and continue here. With that I create the quality of line here, an implied line. Then somewhere it's darker, somewhere it's getting lighter, somewhere it's thicker, somewhere it's getting thinner, fade out, space, and again when I see it I'm gonna create these ones. Then I have these shapes here, and again it's coming with more darkness here. I don't want to show it. I'm gonna make it light and fade it out and continue it from here. Again, don't do some things like, let me see, don't do like that. Okay, even it's an implied line, but it's not interesting. Fade it out, you know, between them. Just make it to disappear somewhere. Make it thicker, make it thinner. Play with your lines to create a more interesting, you know, lines here. I'm gonna add some, just even you see in this part that we have a lot of the roots. I'm not gonna do, it's not a good interesting. I'm gonna start from here that we have more, just continuing some of them, and with more variety of the thickness and implied lines. Even in the reflection that we have, I can add more darkness to where I see it and make it lighter. Then we're gonna start with working with the implied line too.